great pitching matchup today. I'd like to, we saw Bybee pitch on Thursday when we went to the game, and I thought he had a chance to go 7 innings. He didn't even get an out in the 6th because he couldn't finish these innings.
Where's Gavin Williams at, man?
Well, he is now making another rehab start, I think, Saturday.
We need that.
So he's getting closer. I would think we might see him 2 weeks, maybe. Nick Lodolo's a good young lefty for the Reds.
They have some good young pitchers.
They do. He and Hunter Green in particular are really good. So it's a good pitching matchup today for the second and final game, and then the Guardians have another day off tomorrow.
Oh, they just got
before they go to Toronto.
Days off.
A little in-person scouting trip for Bo Bichette.
Yeah, I think the Blue Jays
right now. They traded Biggio
now,
this morning, though.
What's that?
They traded Kevin Biggio.
They had already designated
I
him
know.
for assignment, so he was already.
Just saying.
But that's not a we're breaking it down trade. That's a we've given up on Biggio trade.
Just putting it out there, Bull.
Okay. All right, Anthony, we got another Guardians topic to get to, but send us something.
Yeah, before we get into it, I want to remind everybody that summertime means baseball and the NBA Finals and more, and you can bet on all of it with FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $250 in bonus bets with any winning $5 bet. Excuse me, that's $200 with any winning $5 bet. And that's $200 you can bet with anything from the Finals MVP to who's going to hit one out of the park. All you guys have to do is visit FanDuel.com/UCSS and add a big winner to your summer bucket list. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook. And guys, we have a big winner today too. Mike, you sent this ticket in. I believe it is a bet with every single baseball money line yesterday. It turned 20 cents into $619.
Yeah, my guy Alex, who sent it to us via email, who said, I promise you this is the best bet you'll ever see. He bet the money line on all 12 games last night. He had a giant profit boost on FanDuel. He had the 50% profit boost.
Okay.
And that turned a 20-cent wager into $619.76.
Wait, 12 games? It could have been all. Didn't everybody play yesterday?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
maybe you only bet on
6,
12
7,
games?
8, 9, 10, 11. This says a 12-leg parlay, so maybe only 12. I thought that was all of them.
He hit the money line on 12 games.
All
you know
12.
what the odds of that?
Yeah, I can tell you the exact odds. It was plus 15, 151,000.
But you know, of course, what I'm thinking right now.
He should bet $1.
Oh, my God, how do you bet 20 cents?
20 cents? Maybe that's all he had. So you got to load your wallet. You got to load your account. You know, when you be taking them L's, you be having like $1 left. You be like, I'm gonna put this on.
But you know he's got to be going like, I mean, how much did he win? $600 on a 20 cent bet?
$620 on 20 cents.
So if he would have bet even if he did a Tyvis $10 bet.
If we did $1, it's $1,800.
Oh my God! So 1,800 times 10.
No, that's a lie. If he bet $1, that'd be 3,000.
So times 10 is 30. If he had bet $10, he would have won about 30 grand, right?
Wild. But shout out to Alex. That's a great win, Alex.
I guess we shouldn't. I mean, that's amazing.
Tyvis had 3 wins yesterday, and I was like, nope, Tyvis, you're not the best one of the day. Alex, that belongs to you.
How much did Tyvis win? Tyvis always bets $10.
He won 3 different parlays yesterday. He's going to show us those tomorrow on the show, so I'm not going to spoil Tyvis.
Listen, I had to stop FanDuel. You had to stop.
Your wife stopped and shut it down?
She was playing around, bro. She was tripping. She tried to, see, here's the thing. She tried to be like, hey, nah, you going overboard. You know, she's an accountant.
She's probably right.
She was probably, but here's the thing. But then when I won, she was like, I need half that money. I said, no, hell no. That's not the way that works. What you talking about? You gave me grief. She was like, Caitlin Clark, when you money. I said, how did you know who Caitlin Clark? I did my research. I need half. No.
That's funny.
Speaking of bets,
I
think it's safe to say the Guardians have 2 locks right now to make the All-Star game.
Sure.
Not Naylor. Jose and Clase.
Yeah.
Those 2 are locks, right? Unquestionable locks. And I know, this next topic we got to get into is if the season ended today, who else besides those 2 would make the All-Star team? And, Bull, I put this into 3 categories.
Okay.
I have my locks, my should-be's, and my could-be's.
Yeah.
I'm going to run these down. You tell me if you agree, disagree, and if you need to add someone on the list, which list they fall into. So the locks, obviously, Jose and Clase. We don't have to talk about those. The should-be's start with Steven Kwan. And I understand he missed a month of the season. He's still hitting .380, which we talked about earlier. He has more 2-hit and 3-hit games than he has no-hit games this season. He'll reach, like I said, the qualified plate appearance number to be the league leader in batting average when the All-Star game rolls around. So I'm not worried about that.
Why is he not in your
in your
right
locks?
now. Right now.
Only because he missed a month.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
But he's about to get them 23 playing appearances.
No, but the question is if it ended today.
If it ended today.
The question if it ended today.
If it ended today, I'll give you my response to it in a minute.
Okay.
But I understand why you put him there.
I put him in the should be.
Yeah.
Should be. His, like you mentioned, Bull, his OPS is just shy of 1,000, despite the fact he's not a power hitter. He's also an elite defensive left fielder. If it wasn't for missing the couple weeks, he's a lock because he missed a couple weeks. I have him in the should be, but not the lock. And the outfield of the American League is a tough position to crack, but he should be an all-star when it's all said and done. The other should be is David Fry, which I know we talked about a little bit yesterday, Bull, but I went through and dug the numbers for you because there are the 2 catchers that are locks in the American League for the all-star team. Rutschman and Salvador Perez, those guys are locks. But for the third catcher, here are his numbers. He's hitting .326 on the season. He doesn't qualify for enough at-bats, just like Kwan. If he did, that'd be third in baseball behind Kwan and Luis Arraez. So he's the second highest right now without Kwan. His 1.024 OPS, second highest in baseball behind Aaron Judge. All players. Only Aaron Judge has the higher OPS. His 8 home runs, tied for 7th most among all catchers in baseball. He's top 10 in all catchers. And the other 2 guys he's up against, the Ryan Jefferson, Cal Raleigh, they're just too inconsistent. David Fry, every time he plays, has been consistent. Those guys, it's hit or miss. They could have 4 RBIs and a home run and then go 0 for 13 in the next 3 games. You know what you're getting from David Fry. And I think what he's done at the position, his versatility, I think should be a benefit to him, not a negative. The fact he can play other positions.
He is on the ballot as a DH, by the way. That doesn't mean he couldn't be in as a catcher.
Fair.
But he is on the ballot he could get voted in as a DH, which he won't, but he could be.
So I think he should be the third catcher. So the 2 should be's, and we'll get to the could be's next. But your response to Kwan as a should be and Fry as a should be.
Well, finish it all, and then we can comment on
it.
it.
And then the could be's are Naylor,
Yeah.
who at first base, he leads all Major League first basemen with 50 home runs. It's 5 more than Bryce Harper, who's second. He leads all Major League first basemen in home runs with 17. 2 more than Bryce Harper, who's second. His WAR, third highest many full-time first baseman in the American League. If it wasn't for the slump that he had been on, he'd be a lock. The numbers, the pure production, the home runs, the RBIs, those numbers are all there. There's no real argument against him being an all-star if he hadn't hit 135 over a 35-day stretch between the end of April and beginning of June. And then I actually met with Ben Lively as the last one, Bull. And I understand it's a name brand spot to get into the All-Star game with as a starting pitcher, but if you look at just the numbers, if you put a blind resume test for Ben Lively against a bunch of other guys, he has the 7th most wins in the American League. He has the 6th lowest ERA among American League starters. His WHIP is 15th among American League starters. The guys ahead of him are all household names.
Yeah.
He has 48 strikeouts and just 15 walks. He's been incredible, and I do give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt on the expectation of what we had for Ben Lively coming into the player the Guardians have gotten from Ben Lively through half the season. I know he'll be the toughest guy to make it because there's so many good pitchers in the American League and so many guys with serious name brand recognition that Ben Lively just doesn't have. But on a blind resume test, he stacks up with almost everyone in the American League outside of the elite top tier pitchers right now. So he's on my could be list with Josh Naylor. My should be's Kwan and Fry, and my locks Jose Clase.
All right, I'm going to do slightly different categories.
Perfect.
My locks are the same too. Obviously, Jose and Clase are in. There's no doubt, no debate. That's fine. I actually have guys that I'll call near locks. I'm surprised you had Naylor as low as you did. I think Naylor's a near lock. I know he has slumped, but they don't. When you look for All-Star, when the managers that are picking the All-Star teams, they're not looking. Oh, has he been hot lately?
I know.
He got screwed last year. I think that plays a factor too. He was probably one of the best players not to make the All-Star team last year. I think he's definitely going to make it. I don't think there's, outside of, what's his name on the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle. There's not a lot of great first base play right now in the American League. I think he's a near lock.
Okay.
I think the slump has taken him out of lock to near lock. I think should be in. I'm with you. David Fry and Steven Kwan both should be in the All-Star game. I would also bring in David Fry as the third catcher. Now, we still got some time. He's close enough to the borderline because he might have a harder time qualifying than Kwan. Now, unlike basketball, you don't have to qualify for the batting title to be in the All-Star game. He has no name recognition whatsoever. That certainly could hurt. To me, Steven Kwan is only not a lock because he missed a month.
And
that's the only reason.
Yeah,
that's
same
it.
With me.
assuming he doesn't go into a slump in the next few weeks, which I think is a pretty safe assumption. He won't at least go into a significant slump. I think I'm actually moving him into the near lock with Naylor.
Yeah.
I'm moving him into near lock. So I think you've got 2 locks, 2 near locks, and Fry as a should be. Now, I don't look at anybody else as a legitimate candidate, including Ben Lively. I don't disagree with you. You're right about. I don't care about the win total. That doesn't matter. I don't think people look at that up. His ERA, yes, is 6th in the American League. First of all, they only take about 6 or 7 starters. So yeah, he's 6th in ERA. But there's guys behind him by a little bit that have pitched 30 more innings than him.
It's fair.
So a guy who's got a 2.80 ERA in 80 innings is worth more than a guy who's got a 2.50 ERA in 45 innings or 50 innings, whatever it is.
This is mad easy. Everybody but Lively.
Yeah, Lively. Now, by the way, there are a couple of other guys who deserve recognition, like a Hunter Gaddis and a couple other guys in their pen. Now, setup guys almost never make it.
I was trying to make a case, but I couldn't find it.
Historically good numbers, like 45 strikeouts and 2 walks, like crazy numbers. And they have good numbers, those guys, really, really good. They deserve recognition, but not historically great numbers. So I think right now, in the end, they'd have a good chance to get 5. I think they'll have 4 in the All-Star game, definitely.
And because they are a surprise team with a rookie manager, and they are 21 games over 500, I think a lot of those guys will get the benefit of the doubt.
G's right, especially the second part where you say they're 21 games over 500. They're the 3rd best team in the American League right now. That's got to be taken into consideration.
When's the last time the Guardians have had 4 players in the All-Star team in the same season?
I don't know. Off the top, it might not be that long ago. I mean, when they were
had
really
Lindor,
good, they had Lindor,
Miller,
Ramirez, but Miller didn't make the All-Star team with the Guardians because they got him after the All-Star game. But Michael Brantley wasn't having an
Kipnis.
But they had Bieber, obviously.
I'm gonna see if I can ever find it.
They had Corey Kluber, who was an All-Star.
They at least had one.
They had a bunch of great starters. I mean, they probably had a year or two there in the sometime between 2015, 2018, where I bet they had 4 All-Stars. I'm just not coming to me right now.
I mean, maybe Victor Martinez and Hafner maybe one year.
Certainly in the 90s. I bet they did. Yeah. But I bet they did.
2004.
That's the last time?
According to Google.
Yeah.
Could you name the 4?
Sabathia?
Yep.
Cliff Lee?
Nope.
Hafner?
Nope.
Sizemore?
Nope.
Man.
And it's 5, by the way.
Man.
Oh, it's 04?
Man,
04.
Not coming to me at all.
Oh, hold on.
One was voted in as a replacement, but.
No, just give it to me. Give it to us. We're not thinking of
Victor
that.
Martinez.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned Victor.
Jake Westbrook.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Ronnie Belliard.
Jeez.
And Matt Lawton.
Oh, my God.
Matt Lawton?
Ronnie Belliard and Matt Lawton didn't make a ton of All-Star games.
2004.
Wow, they never got 4 guys last decade, huh?
I mean, I just did a quick Google search, and the first article that came up.
I thought you were going to say Johnny Peralta.
Man.
It was the most All-Star selections in a single season for Cleveland since 1998, when Sandy Alomar Jr., Omar Vizquel, Jim Thome, Kenny Lofton, Manny Ramirez, and Bartolo Colon made it 6 Tribe players in the midseason classic.
Damn. Let's see. Hold on. All right, I'm going to bring this up real quick because it's driving me crazy.
This article's from 2019, so.
All right, so last year they had 2, 22 they had 3, 21 they had that article's wrong. I knew it had to be wrong. 2019 they had 4. Carlos Santana, Francisco Lindor, Brad Hand, and Shane Bieber.
I forgot
that article was written in 2019, so that may have been the preview for that year.
No, in 2018 they had 6.
Then this article's just completely wrong.
They had Jose. What's funny is the year they went to the World Series, they only had 3. But in 2018 they had Jose, Michael Brantley, Lindor, Corey Kluber, Trevor Bauer, and Yan Gomes. 2017 they had 5: Jose, Brantley, Lindor, Kluber, and Andrew Miller. And 2016 it was 3: Lindor, Salazar, and Kluber.
Why was they not winning?
Gee, real quick, to back this article up, I read it wrong. The last time Cleveland had more than 4 players.
That's still wrong. 2018, they had 6. 2017, they had 5.
Well, just so people know, do you read this so they don't think I'm an idiot? It's the highlighted part, just so they know I'm not that stupid.
This was in the Mansfield News Journal.
Right?
Yeah, he's right.
I'm just reading what Google told me.
Yeah, you're right. Google.
Yeah, well, Google's wrong.
Hey, man,
they had from 90.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen to this real quick, and then we'll move on to the Cavs.
Duped by Google.
95 to 2000. 95, they had 6 All-Stars. 96, they had 5. 97, only 3. 98, they had 6. 99, they had 6. And 2000, they had 4. I mean, that's